Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. This is Tuxedo Fit here, and this is my second live stream on YouTube. It's taking a little bit of practice, but I think I've got a work process going. Today's topic is going to be a channel update and some of the videos I have going forward and the way and the type of videos I'd like to be doing. I want to thank Tani in Africa for suggesting I do YouTube shorts. And you can find some of the comedy YouTube shorts that we've done on his channel and also mine. So if you go to Tani in Africa, you can see some of the YouTube short videos we've done. His content is more Japan focused and international relationships. I'm gonna go a different direction on this channel. I'll be talking more about masculinity, fashion and masculinity, sneakers, of course, had to mention the sneakers in there. And I would also be very happy to take any recommendations in the comments. So if there's something you'd like to chat about, or better yet, collaborate with, I'd be more than happy to get you in on a Zoom and let's really talk about, some interesting things. Psychology, fashion, masculinity, femininity, dance, exercise, cosplay, anything you'd like. I do love a good conversation. And I am hoping to do more, slight adjustment there, more live content because it's a challenge, but it's fun as well because you're getting a video instantly out there. And I think I could make a lot more videos if I went live more often. So more exciting lives coming up soon. I don't want to give away all the surprises just yet, but in the works, I've got a few plans for different live streams I want to do. I just need to practice more and get really smooth at delivering that sort of content. Now, already, I've got 3 videos already edited about sneaker comparisons. So sleek versus chunky sneaker conversations. That's the working title I've got going, and I quite like it. I think when I first saw like a sneaker that really resonated with me, I was like really young, and sneakers have really brought me a lot of joy. And they match so well with my personality. I've always liked to be, active and agile and also look cool. And I used to watch a lot of movies that had that sort of, theme or that sort of character of like, super futuristic or I like shoes that look like gadgets that incorporate like technology. And watching shows like X-Men, the animated series, or Batman the animated series, or Diabolique. If anyone watched Diabolique, I always like that feeling of a piece of equipment that enhanced your performance and let you move faster, feel more comfortable, just the whole thing. So I was always kind of predisposed to liking sneakers. I like how I mix that all in there. Psychology, sneakers, masculinity, everything. I like a nice high testosterone shoe, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And I'd really like, to base more of my channel's content on that kind of thing and try create a niche, really try and make something new. And thank you for joining me on this journey. I think it could be a lot of fun. And I've dabbled and dabbled in YouTube content creation for a while, and now the next part is now live streaming, becoming that live streamer. And I think it's possible. What better time than right now? And I hope I'm not just rambling incoherently. What else can I talk about on a live stream? I've been, did anyone see the recent YouTube short I did? I made a flannel cutoff, and I think it's a really fun DIY fashion idea. And all you really need is a straight razor. I was surprised. That's all I really needed, a straight razor. And following the hem, of the flannel, and you can make a really cool DIY fashion item. And next DIY I want to do, I actually want to write kanji on a t-shirt using just bleach. I just want to take bleach, maybe I don't even know if I want to use a brush. I might just finger paint it and just draw some interesting kanji designs and just see how that turns out. I think that's going to look really, really stunning. And I've got the shirt ready. I got the bleach ready. I'm just deciding what kanji I want to write on there. But I really think I could make something really wild and really cool. And I pretty much have spilled bleach accidentally on so many of my clothes anyway. I might as well start doing it intentionally now, because I was using so much bleach for cleaning and just keeping everything sanitized, especially now these days, the way we sanitize. So I'm gonna try, make more fashion items using bleach too. Next topic, masculinity. I'm so all over the place. Maybe I should save this for another live stream. Let's just go into it. So there's a conversation I've been having with different people about what are good examples of masculinity that you can copy in your life. Because right now there's so much we're seeing on YouTube. They're going in so many different directions. And there's one example that really struck me 2 years ago in 2019, and it was during the World Cup rugby in Japan. And excuse my bias, but if you look at the South African team and their sort of journey through that entire World Cup, where there was a lot of doubt locally and internationally, there was a lot of pride, and there were a lot of people who predicted they would win from the beginning, like a lot of loyal supporters. Now, I'm going to confess, I initially was one of the doubters in the beginning. When they lost their match within the first pool against New Zealand, there was so much doubt in the air. And so many people were saying, oh, why are they putting this player in? Oh, he's too old. People were saying that about Beast. Oh, he should just retire. He's been in 3 World Cups. No, they should have different talent. Oh, what are the managers doing? There was a lot of doubt. And then when they lost against New Zealand and seeing injuries, seeing players in tears, I was like, oh gosh, I guess we're just not going to win this one. We tried. What can we do? The masculine frame those players held, maintaining belief in themselves, not switching up the plan, not going on the internet and complaining, oh, it's so unfair for us, or looking for a scapegoat within the team. Oh, it's his fault. It's that player's fault. It's this player's fault. And I applaud them for being so zoned in and focused on the task at hand, not doubting and not looking for an excuse, and being able to react and adjust accordingly, adjust their game ever so slightly here and there, and still have a plan in mind. The English team was dominating. The Japanese team, incredible. But the entire World Cup is not about one moment or half a game or one game or 4 games. It is about the entire cup. And seeing the South African team peaking at the right point and playing the right games at the right point, deciding what games to win and what games to fold. And to understand that masculine frame, for a lot of people who had never seen something like that, for me, it was just such an incredible example on a national and international stage. And what it did for South Africa as a country was just incredible. As someone who was around and watching it and just seeing on the news constant doubt, constant naysaying, oh, our team just can't do it. Oh, the English team's coach is a genius. He's masterminded this. He's seen 10 years ahead. And we were seeing things like that. And it almost creates an inferiority complex, if I could call it that, to constantly be seeing things like that. Oh, our team just can't do it. Oh, whatever will we do? And seeing other teams winning and still having to believe in yourself, absolutely incredible. That was just a workshop for a nation on how to stay focused and stick to your strengths, not try to be a different team, but really stick to your strategy. And just imagining the pressure the captain, Siya Kolisi, was under, and really having to maintain, I'm the first uh, captain of color, first African captain to lead a team this far. Oh, can I do it? I don't know. Carrying doubt like that and having to ever remain masculine, keep your emotions under control, where there might have been doubts, where there might have been, incredible pressure, and the coach's, wisdom in that, and being able to really just lock in on that zone and not caring whether they won or whether they lost, but just playing their best game. And interview after interview, the wisdom just came forward on and on. And there were just so many allegories for life. And, I myself didn't play rugby in high school, but to see all the life lessons that one can see from the game being played that well was just mind blowing. And the cherry on top of it, it was in Japan as well. So, chef's kiss. That was really, really incredible. And I'd watch the highlights, and thank goodness that the World Cup happened before the pandemic, because wow, we really, really needed that win. And the hype that the English team was generating and the way they were just dominating the competition. And when the English team played against New Zealand, it was watching two titans fight it out. And when I saw the New Zealand team play against the South African team, in my mind, I imagined that the New Zealand team was unbeatable. I was like, nah, can the English team beat them? Clearly, between these two teams, I either thought the English team or the New Zealand team was going to be the champion. Okay, so, and when we watched that game and we watched how many things in life aren't necessarily seen, if I could word it a different way, in that creative intelligence is such an important thing for survival, in that you have to be able to imagine something and bring it to reality. So you have to be able to see certain things that are not yet in reality and bring them into reality. And I never realized that that was something so important about masculinity as well. Some want to call it faith, some call it, belief. We call it different things. But to be able to envision themselves beating the team before they had already been beaten, it almost felt like some of those games, the winner had been decided even before the game had occurred. And there were so many psychological, strategic things that they were doing. Just how when the New Zealand team were doing the haka and the English team made the V formation, and just how the English team has signaled that we will not be beaten mentally before the game has even occurred. And just how so many little things outside of the game were already signaling what was going to happen during the game. And that for me was really incredible. If anyone so happens to be watching this is very interested in like sports psychology, please let's have a chat. I really want to know what are some of the things you noticed. And that game was stunning. To see some of the world's most incredible players go at it and realize that skill is one thing, masculinity is another. And just seeing how they took each other on, and at the end, being able to win or lose humbly and not lose your head in the game and start thinking you're invincible. And then seeing the South African team play the Welsh team and how they seemed so evenly matched. The score was not massive, small, by a small margin. And I thought, is this enough to win? Are they doing enough? But then now looking back, as they say, hindsight is 2020, and seeing that they had to conserve enough energy for the final and not peak too soon. Just do what is necessary. And I was like, oh, I get it. There's a strategy to this. You have to, again, keep the emotional control as well to also not do too much, not have to prove something, not have to prove to the media, no, we're the best team, we can crush anyone. And keep that, keeping that under control for me was also just such an important thing, that flash is not so important. And the ego is a very, very dangerous thing, And moving on from there to now the final. And just how much like a boxing match, if you like to watch YouTube boxing, much like a boxing match, so many things were being signaled and so much strategy came into play as well. And being able to see something that myself as a supporter didn't believe. I was like, but wait a minute, is this the same English team that was able to beat New Zealand? But then New Zealand beat South Africa. But to be able to see the South African team, again, keep a level head, and just how each player played such an incredible role in making that happen. Beast just being beastly, and just so many different plays that came in, and it was just seeing so much different functional, competent masculinity. And I was like, oh, there is actually good masculinity in SA, because I'd been seeing so many examples in the media of incompetent masculinity and seeing completely toxic people, no emotional control, no function, no purpose in society, and being able to see it done competently in the Springboks. It was really mind-blowing and inspiring. And I've been wanting to talk about it in a live stream for the longest time. And if any way this resonates with you, please let me know, because it's a topic I'm very interested in. And so many of those players just exemplified different types of masculinity. Handré Pollard doing his job exceptionally. Incredible. Even when he didn't make some of his tries, he wasn't gutted, he wasn't broken, his confidence in himself was not shattered. He was just performing consistently. And just like, hey, you make some kicks, others you don't. And being able to see him just stay so focused was incredible. I was like, wow, that's really the way to, stay calm under such incredible pressure. And seeing Faf de Klerk play with such flair, and he's got the long hair, and he's himself, and he takes on guys who are almost twice his size, and there's no deficiency in his game. How he plays as such a valuable and complete player and uses so many things to his advantage. And, I could go on and on about how, all those players, even though they're all individually superstars in their own right, each played to let each other shine. Because usually when you've got too many alphas in one place, they compete and they take each other down. But being able to see so many different styles of masculine play, like in harmony, outstanding. It really was an example for a nation. And I think I'll leave it there for today. that's pretty much what I'd like to be chatting about more and more on my live streams. I've got a couple of crazy ideas in the works, and I will definitely try live stream more often and get more guests coming through. Usually, when I've got a guest, I like to edit a bit more and find the best parts, because I also don't want to put anyone else on the spot and be like, "All right, be entertaining right now, go." I like to balance it out a little bit. So yeah, this has been Tuxedo Fit. This has been my second live stream. We're learning and growing as we go. And thank you for joining me on this trip. Hoping to see you all soon. Stay safe out there.